What's up, Encounter family? If you don't know, our entire church this year is reading the New Testament together, the whole New Testament and part of the Old Testament. And if you've been following along with us, or maybe you've fallen off the wagon, that's okay. But I really want to encourage you, over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be diving into the book of Matthew in the New Testament. We're reading 5 chapters a week, just one chapter, 5 days out of the week. And we're going to read the whole entire book of Matthew in the next 5 weeks. And it's going to be awesome. And the reason I'm excited is because in our reading so far this year, we haven't encountered many of Jesus's parables. And in my studies, I took a whole entire class on the parables, and I never realized just how much of Jesus' teaching on the kingdom, on the Spirit, on prayer is contained specifically in his parables. So it's going to be so powerful as we encounter his teaching together. And I want to encourage you with a little trick that I learned in that class. Every time you read one of Jesus's parables, it's easy to just kind of assume that you understand the message of the parable. But it gets so much more powerful when you pick out each one of the details and you ask yourself, what does this parable really mean? Say it in your own words. So for example, Jesus teaches the parable of the pearl of great price. He says, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant in search of fine pearls, who on finding one pearl of great value, went and sold all that he had and bought it. So you ask yourself, who's the merchant? Well, I think I'm the merchant. I'm the person who's finding the pearl. And what's the pearl? The pearl is the kingdom. He's saying the kingdom is like the pearl. And the message of the parable is that Jesus is saying the kingdom of God is like something that when you find it, you've been searching for it all your life. And when you find it, it's so precious that it's worth selling every other thing in your life. It's worth giving it all away just so you can possess that one thing that's of such great value. And so there's tons of parables we're going to encounter like that. The parable of the sower, the parable of the wedding feast, the Sermon on the Mount. There's so much in there. So I really hope you'll jump in and join us and encounter Jesus in his teachings over the next couple weeks.